All right, we back. Welcome everyone. I didn't record yesterday. I had a crazy busy day yesterday, so yeah, I didn't have time to make a video. But we are back to normal schedule today, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm going to jump in quick with this GBP AUD potential setup, which I had charted not too long ago. We have been downtrending for a while. Um, and I do expect price to go lower. Yeah, for this pair, we are in somewhat of a ranging environment. So all that means is we can expect ranging price action. But yeah, for the time being, this is pretty much our range. As you can see, we are close to the EQ. Bear with me. And I hear my voice, the lights go down. Did the music cut off? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, it didn't. Anyway, so yeah, we're around the EQ of a much higher time frame range, which is this one right here. I do expect price to go lower. We do probably have some demand below us, which can be normal. And I wish if it wasn't for this copywriting, we would be playing some absolute tracks at the moment. But unfortunately, videos will get taken down due to copyrights. Yeah, even this is kind of being mitigated. We can get dust on the rings. I want to see you again. I want to see you again. Yeah, we got somewhat of a demand POI below us. But yeah, I can see price coming lower. Can definitely expect that. That might be a nice POI. Mitigated on the lower time frame. The only thing I don't like from this whole schematic is how technically this is a legitimate tap 3 and it counts. A requirement for tap 3 in a Model 2 is either a extreme supply mitigation or an extreme liquidity sweep, given it's a distribution schematic. Obviously, if you thought it was accumulation, it'd be demand instead of supply. But the only thing I don't like is how much lower tap 3 is compared to tap 1. Normally for our schematics, especially the successful ones, tap 3 is normally a slight deviation above tap 1, which normally looks something like this. You've got a second tap, and then you've got tap 3. So you can see here a slight deviation above, whereas when it looks like this, when you have a tap 3 here, it's just not, it's just not a nice looking schematic, and it can fail at times. But Now, for this to be a third tap, you kind of, or for this to be a more realistic looking third tap, you kind of want a full model 1 to occur. But for a full model 1 to occur, the tap is most likely going to be too far out of range. So yeah, regardless, this is kind of an awkward model 2 chart, but yeah, if we get a nice reaction here, you can kind of take it and kind of scalp it, which is pretty much what I am looking to do. So this is my new range. And we do have refined supply above us, that is to take note of. You've got your tap 1, tap 2, and somewhere in here you will maybe get your tap 3. So right now I'm willing to take a 30-second scalp shot on this pair right here if we break structure. And the 30-second scalp alone can net me a decent 2.61 RR. It's not bad. But that's given that you get a nice aggressive reaction pretty much right now. So we will monitor this. I do actually have a position size calculator, which is what I will be looking to get up at the moment. GBP AUD. I will look to enter here. Conditions are looking okay. Good aggressive break there. GBP AUD. Hopefully we can get a decent pullback. And hopefully spreads don't cook us. That's always a so far we have failed to close, no entry. We have also created a supply above us. Yeah, if I can get a close here, then that is all I need. But for now, yeah, you can see price is refusing to close below. We do have a very nice return to zone though. But yeah, as I said, the only thing I don't like, which is why I would be willing to take this scalp and de-risk, is simply how we still have supply above us and how that tap 3 is a lot lower compared to our tap 1. But we will monitor these closes, and yeah, so far we're not closes aren't the best. Prime example here, so you never try into pre-break of structure, because you can see what price is doing now. California dreaming on such a winter's day. We've technically mitigated this very small 30-second supply. So we will wait and see. Yeah, price really does not want to close. Here we go. We could have a potential entry. Also have to be wary of spreads here. We have closed below. All right, I have entered. I don't think you can see. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge. Oh, here we go. You can see the red there from my entry. Perfect. Entry price was 92370. 92370 right there. My stop is at 1.92439 for a 2.46. Very low scalp this one. And when the time frame is so low, I never set looking at this time frame, yeah, when the time frame is this low, I will always manually enter and exit just because of spreads, and I highly do advise you do it manually as well. Given, yeah, if you set it yourself, then you could get kicked out because of spreads, and then you'll be like, price might come up to here, you not even touch your stop loss, and you'll be taken out. So that's why I always say manually enter and exit. So we will monitor this. And in terms of market structure, I will pretty much be looking to break this 5-minute market structure. This is the next most important market structure I am after. And yeah, obviously stops above here. We have front ran this refined supply area. This could really be the first live entry and potential live exit full trade on camera or in real time. We are still monitoring this. we have formed a very, very mini accumulation. Yeah, I will set my alerts and we can continue charting. We don't need to watch this at every single candle. The one thing I do not like about this, like from the get go, is how hard it is for us to actually make a clean break. So, like, yes, we did break structure. Structure break is confirmed, but it's confirmed on this one. But we're spending way too much time in here already, which I'm not a fan of. But yeah, nevertheless, alerts have been set. And I will move on for the time being. I'm also going to set an alert here. Just, you know what? I'll set an alert. Yeah, we'll let this play out. And let's start with gold. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. And the lights are blue. We are still in this accumulation. We have created a very nice local return to zone, which you would hope to get wiped out. But yeah, only time will tell. Let's continue with gold. It does look like we have some structured demand in here, which may have been mitigated, and yeah, definitely been mitigated there. Maybe we might get something more refined. Maybe. Where the lights are low, see through the night. Yeah. Yeah, everything here from a low time frame perspective has been mitigated. We have this, like, but yeah, I'm still looking for a extreme liquidity sweep. That is what I am looking for. As yeah, that would also mean that our tap 3 is now a deviation below our tap 1, which is great confluence for an accumulation model. We probably also have some supply in there. Yes, we do. All right. Yeah, and that is it for gold at the moment. Nothing else to be done. GBP, AUD. We may have to manually exit here, and we are manually exiting this position as soon as we get a candle closure above. That's one of my rules. I will always exit upon a full candle closure. If it wicks, not interested. Re-add the alert here. It's happened so many times, and I have journaled this where my stop loss will get wicked, and then price will actually continue to go down and hit my expectational order flow and hit my take profit. Whereas had I had waited for the candle to close, I would have been in profit, and this could be actually a perfect example of this right now. We will leave that as is. Can't live for your dreaming on such a winter's day. Alright, on to silver. Silver, very similar setup to gold, if not even better. Question is, was there refined supply above us that we front ran? I have a feeling there may have been. I feel like there could be overlapping structure supply here. Have a look at this. This is why we go down to the minutes. This is actually beautiful. Guys, this is how your TA should be, to the minute. Chef's kiss. Perfect. Oh, it actually mitigated it here. There you go. There you go. Also, I'm just noticing the price looking at it. We are now starting to potentially flush down. But yeah, in terms of silver, we also have supply here. California dreaming on such a winter's day, talking through the church. On a winter's day. On a winter's day. Let's go down. Go back. So we are slowly still making our way to. We're still making our way to this extreme liquidity and extreme demand. Not much more to be done here, rather than just be patient and wait. All right, oil. California dreaming on such a winter's day. And I read my song, the lights go down. That's why maybe so. We are yet to mitigate this. We'll probably mitigate it soon. You know what, just for a bit of flair. Just for a bit of flair. So I can really show you guys the flush, the type of flush that I want to happen. Where are we? Here it is. I've used this before because we have flush before. Straight in here. Thank you. Flush down the toilets. Yeah, right here. All right. Baby, I don't know. All right. Flush is ready. Yeah, that's kind of it for oil at the moment. Yeah, I want to ideally some form of distribution to occur in here. That's really all I would like, but we have to give price some time. Let's go to USD, no, Euro USD. I need to figure out if I should start minimizing some of these pairs, because we do go through a lot of pairs. You know, whether I should be just doing a few and just focusing on a few. But like at the end of the day, some pairs might not present a setup, whereas others might. So you kind of have to play by ear and see. But I think this should have been. This is still, for me, this is a pro distributive zone. So I will be looking for distributions, but for now, nothing's really happening. So I will leave this pair alone. GBP USD. We're really dragging this out, that's for sure. That is for sure. I think, is that a... That is a wick, yeah. I was like, well, this demand should go out here, but no, we've pre-planned this correctly. This is a wick. What I should have done, actually put an alert to when we flush. There we go. We are looking to go near this this toilet. I don't know. We do have a No, not yet. There's just nothing really full price to grab. Meaning that it's kind of accumulating in no man's land. But we do have an already confirmed schematic which is yet to hit range high, so technically speaking you can be allowed to long here. But there's just no real POI. And there is also supply here, so that is 2 notes. Baby, I don't know. That's why I know. Maybe it's the way. So yeah, this is my supply POI. This is the This is the best. We do have supply in here as well. Yeah, there is quite a bit of supply. Let's see what our volume profile is saying. And I'll tell you what, this supply could be fake on both parts. Where is it? Where is it? It's valid supply. It's good because it's not backed by any volume area high or low. So it's kind of in between, which is pretty weird. But I would ideally at least like a mitigation of this first, and then come back down. Maybe this was a extreme liquidity level, then we can sweep this and come back up. Maybe a rejection here and then finish up. So that is what I would like to see here. I will just stay ready for this. As I said, we are in a pro-cumulative environment. I would definitely like to see this accumulated, to see this mitigated first. That's the only thing. But we will wait and see. Let's see how GBP AUD is going. A slight pullback. Baby, I don't know. Our alerts have been set. Let's move on to the next. AUD USD. Same thing here. It could be accumulating. Really nice return zone here. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Is there something more refined in here? Looks like there may be. And we also have a 30-minute OBIF, which has not yet been mitigated. Maybe I don't know. That's why I know. So. This could also be the schematic itself, and that's it. It's possible. It is possible. We have our tap 1, we have our tap 2. This could have been extreme liquidity. Swept. Structure broken. There is 5 minutes supply above, but way too small for me to care. I'll still monitor the reaction from it as always. And where do we monitor our break of structure? Pretty much now. But it is a weak break of structure, hence why I would not be entering as of yet. Yeah, this could be a third tap. This is our structure supply. There is a little bit of supply above. Which kind of has just been mitigated. You can just do this and that's valid. It is during New York. No Asia high or low has been taken, which is a little bit annoying. It is a little bit annoying. But it has happened many times before that Asia high or low doesn't get taken and the model is still confirmed and still plays out well. So we have broken structure, so I will enter with 5% risk. Damn, 2 live trades. What's going on here? What is going on here, guys? AUD USD. I'm going to enter given that there's a pullback. $0.69405. All right, so I have set a limit buy here, right on the break of structure. Stops are below. and we are targeting a lovely 7.86 risk to reward trade with the opportunity to add. We will see what happens there. Yeah, it is confirmed with this bullish candle. I do just want to set an alert to see if I get filled. Which most likely will happen. Or might not. You don't know. I'm trying out a new broker, so spreads might be a bit different. Yeah, we could be facing a bit of a spreads issue in here. Well, I think we may have been still not filled yet. I've just watched price hit my entry and not fill. So yeah, it'll change the ratio from a 7.86 to a 7. Or let's say 6.77 if I enter around here. It's still a good entry, realistically speaking. We have just been filled. And same thing as we did with GBP AUD, I will be putting my alerts here should I need to manually exit. All right. Let's just test this return to zone. That ain't a return to zone. Return to zone is pretty nice. I do like the return to zone. I don't know why I went to the 30-second here. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful return zone. And just have a look here at this local price action. The return to zone here is as immaculate as it can get. Which is also kind of why you don't put that much emphasis on little supply POIs like this, but it's good to just have them there. But yeah, we are now in. We are now in, and we will wait and see. Yeah, you guys probably still can't really see. There you go. All right. That is it. We've got our alerts set. That is all we can do for the time being. And we are going to move on to the next. California dreaming on such a winter's day. It's hiking through a dream. I'm just having a quick look at my trading journal to see if I recorded this loss. Where do we go from here? All right, yep, that has been recorded, so that's fine. I can get rid of this. Yeah, we've pretty much ran through everything here. This is now the next supply POI2 monitor. Otherwise, I would not be looking to catch any form of distributions in this no man's land here. Yeah, that's it for USD CAD. Let's keep the ball rolling. If anything there. On a winter's day. The one thing I do like about this range is how the Asia low is our range low. I have noticed that chances are a lot higher of pulling a successful trade-off when you take a distribution and the Asia low is also the range low, or when you take an accumulation and the Asia high is also the range high. So these tend to work quite well, which I have noticed, and yeah, pay attention. Yeah, we'll see what price does now. Technically, I will use this as my extreme liquidity, which is very valid to use. We do have demand here, but because it's so low, it's so close to our Asia low, the Asia low can be a bit of a magnet at times, and just even if there's demand, it will just run straight through it, just because Asia low or high are just such nice liquidity targets. So I will leave that there, but still have it just in case. All right, GBP JPY, GBP JPY. This is going to. It just looks bound for a distribution. Man. Wow, oh wow. This looks so bound for a distribution. The only thing I don't like is that we didn't break structure. Like cleaning. Maybe we've broken structure locally, but this third tap is still here. Let's look at our market structure. Yeah, we haven't broken this low. This is our market structure low on the 2 hour. And we might have to exit this manually, and that is A-okay. All right, I have exited. We are out of this one now. Stopped out. Right there. GBP JPY. Yeah, so this is our 2. Is it valid on the 3 hour? That's my question. No, it's only valid on the 2 hour. Yeah, this is our 2 hour market structure low. We have also SFP'd 1 hour market structure low. Yeah, you kind of just need price to break here. You want price to break this low. You can obviously get a refined entry if you enter somewhere in here, but you're entering based on guess. You're entering based on a guess or an estimate. you're not entering based on a confirmation. So price may never actually break this microstructure low, and you're just pre-entering thinking that it will break it, but it never will, and it will just continue climbing higher to maybe mitigate some of these supply above. So yeah, that's why I'm not entering at the moment. Did we grab anything in here? Baby, I don't know. That's why I love you so. Do we have a 5-minute OBIF? Yes, we do. Front range. If we can come up and mitigate this 5-minute OBIF, even better. But I don't think we. There is a nice return to zone. Don't get me wrong. There is some nice buy side liquidity forming above. But yeah, we'll leave that as is for now. We will move on. We've really ripped through this most optimal reversal level, if you want to call it that, and we're only looking to go higher. The fact that we're closing so deeply into this most optimal reverse level, price is showing me that we're looking to go higher and take out some more liquidity above us. I'm just having another look to see if I recorded this loss that I had. GBP NZD, is it there? Yes, it is. Okay, that's all good. And already I would not be looking for a model 1 here just because the distance between tap tap 2 and 3 is a lot longer than the distance between tap 1 and 2. You can see here tap 1 and 2, 1 day 6 hours 40 minutes, and tap 2 and what would have been a tap 3, which is yet to be confirmed by the way, is now 1 day 14 hours and 10 minutes. So yeah, in this instance, I am no longer interested in this, and this is my new range that I will be now monitoring. So we will pay attention to this. Yeah, but regardless, it's showing strength because we're really ripping through this, what would have been our most optimal reverse level. Let's have a look at Euro GBP. can see we accumulated here really, really nicely. Textbook. That is lovely to see. Nothing here at the moment. Still waiting for price to reach some of these key levels. Let's have a look at Euro NZD. I'm no longer liking this, and this will be my new range pull. Where I would like price to come back in to mitigate this demand, whatever is left of it. Quite a bit, to be fair. And leave some form of extremes on the way back down to mitigate this demand. Contextually speaking, we can expect lower, at least for now. So that is all I've got for Euro NZD. Sweet. USD against the Swiss franc. Contextually speaking here, we are close and nearing this 2-day OBIF still. I would like to look for distributions. Just an FYI, that is not a second tap, this is a second tap. But I can also kind of use this as my local range and catch a move in here. Which is what I will do. If an opportunity presents itself to catch a very local move in here, there is no reason not to catch a local move in this local range. Unfortunately, our extreme liquidity is very high up, but it is valid extreme liquidity. Therefore, we may use it. Sweet, that's all I've got for this pair. Still in a distributive environment. We're yet to hit this demand below us. We obviously front ran this POI, but we ended up still clearing Asia low really nicely, but there's just no confirmation, so no reason to take this. Yeah, we're in just shitty ranging price action at the moment. Not too interested. Yeah. Next. So far, we're holding off from this supply POI quite nicely, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's an awkward one trading this because I can't, like, we're so close to deviating this, and we've also we're also yet to mitigated, so I wouldn't really want to be taking any shorts at the moment, especially on such a high time frame. So I'd rather just let price do its thing for the time being. Hopefully we can get a reaction off this. AUD CAD. Contextually speaking, we are getting closer to confirming this. Oh, sorry, we're getting closer to completing this schematic, but you can see already we're leaving some buy side liquidity above us. And we're also kind of compressing at the moment. Maybe we compress towards this demand. Maybe. Something like so. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, probably it will. I don't see reason to compress up here. Just because this applies here doesn't mean we should. I'm much expecting something like that, and then we complete this distribution schematic. But yeah, let's have a look at NZD CAD. Same thing. Not same thing, but I'd like to see this demand get mitigated. Yeah, we're in a somewhat of a cumulative environment. But thus far, I need to see something. All of us, all of us, all of us. Contextually, we can expect a move down. Look at all this very clean sell side liquidity curve forming. This is beautiful. Man, this is like, you can honestly put this in take a screenshot, put it in the art gallery. That is amazing. And look at that. I missed out on this distribution model up here, which perfection. Absolute perfection. Yeah, that was so clean. And why did I not take this? It did span across a number of days, but man. Yeah, regardless of the little bounce we might get a little bounce off this demand. Yeah, still in a bit of an awkward space here, so nothing really I'm expecting in terms of AUD, CHF. Yeah, well, this obviously did not work. Oh, there we go, it's flushed down. Yeah, you got to try. Yeah, so I have been stopped out on this one, and glad we did get stopped out. Yeah, I wouldn't have traded this regardless. Afterwards, it's not in a trading environment. It's moved way too high up. We are still in AUD USD. Ignore that. We are still in AUD USD. But yeah, this trade can fail. It definitely can. Reason being is we have this 30-minute OBIF loss, which Price can simply mitigate just to create this this third tap of a Model 1 distribution and then squeeze up. So yeah, it's kind of one of these situations where you first have to take a loss to get a win. But given we have confirmation here, we might not always have to take the loss because we might never come back to this demand POI for the time being and simply squeeze up now and, you know, hit our TP and range high. So yeah, you can only trade confirmations. We can't play any sort of guessing game here. You can pre-plan that we're going to break structure and enter, which is what we did, and then you can also pre-plan that you can break structure, enter, but then you can come back down, mitigate this POI, and then reverse back up, which can also happen. So I'm prepared to take a loss here to get a win, and the win will obviously result in a really nice 7.86 risk to reward when you're only losing 0.5%. So you can do the math there. Yeah, that's it for now, guys. Pretty in-depth. Obviously, I spend the first 20-30 minutes of just kind of setting up these two trades, which I might get stopped out pretty soon on here. But yeah, I'm not gonna leave the recording running. Got my alert set, and yeah, thank you once again for listening, viewing. Please subscribe if you've made it this far, and we'll catch you all on the next one.